Today I'm going to be doing a DIY highlight. Here are the things that you will be needing. Up to 7 levels lift, powder. I have dark hair, so I'm going with the 40 Developer, a toner for afterwards, a mixing bowl, a brush, a gloves. And if you're going to use the hat, you will be needing one of these to pull it through the hook. And if not, you will be using foil, your choice. Alright guys, let's see how it turns out. Hi, this is Mimi and I'm doing a DIY highlights at home. So let's get to it. Right here, you're gonna look at these holes right here. You're gonna go ahead and put it on, tie it pretty tight, and make sure to part your hair the way you usually would at home, like when you style it. Just so that, you know, the highlights come out where you like them to be placed. So go ahead and take a look at this hat. See all those little holes? There's holes right here, and then there's also a hole outside of the blue circle. So you're gonna determine how light you want your hair to turn out to be. If you want it to be really light, you're gonna poke through every single blue dot, including the little holes on the outside of the blue dot and the in-betweens. Okay, so if you don't want it to be so light and you just want a few little golden highlights in your hair, you're gonna go ahead and maybe go through every single blue dot. And if you want very light, even lighter than that, then I would suggest skipping every other blue dot. So it's your choice. Also, another determining factor on how light your hair will turn out will be how much hair you pull through each little circle. So that is why it is important to get the right tool hook that you're comfortable with that pulls out the amount that you want taken out. So if you want it to look very natural and very subtle, I would suggest taking out very small amounts of hair, and that takes practice. So you may just practice, put it on your head and practice. Okay, onto the mixing. If you have dark hair, and I mean like close to black hair, I recommend using a 40 Developer. Now, if you have lighter hair, depending how light your hair is, then I would definitely ask either someone at Sally's or a professional, what they recommend as far as the Developer, because it will make a big impact on how quick your hair highlights and to what extent. I rely on their advice a lot. So I went ahead and I recommended the up to 7 levels lift. There's all types of different brands to consider, so it's your choice. So you go ahead and you can read the instructions anytime you have any questions about, the mixing portions. This one right here, it will tell you on here that it is a 1-to-2 ratio. Okay, so what I mean by 1-to-2 ratio is right here it'll tell you it has 1.1 ounce of highlighting bleach powder in this packet. So you go ahead and look at the Developer and you get some kind of measuring cup, or they have the bottles that will tell you how much liquid is in that bottle, and it has the measurements at Sally's. So here I would recommend 1-to-2 means 1 ounce. So you put the whole package into here, into your mixing bowl, and then you would measure 2 ounces of Developer to put into your mixing bowl. And you would mix it very well until it's all mixed pretty well. And then you get a brush and you go ahead and apply it on your hair, through the cap, the hair that's outside of your cap. Okay, so I apply it from the front to the back, because I would rather it be lighter in the front than it is on the bottom. And then after you finish applying it all, you go ahead and leave it on. You want to make sure that it doesn't stay brassy. It goes past the part of, the brassiness, and it actually turns blonde. It's going to look a little blonder than you thought it would look, and that's okay. You just don't want to leave it on for too long, eye it between 30 and 45 minutes at the most. And again, I'm not an expert, so make sure to ask, get some advice from an expert, or maybe someone there at Sally's who have a lot of expertise. this is what I do. Okay, so then afterwards, I go ahead and rinse it, get it all rinsed off. You can rinse it. I rinse it with the cap on, you know, I try and get it all through, shampoo it a little bit. Okay, so after I rinse it, I go ahead and take a look at it, and because it varies. Sometimes it comes out perfectly blonde, no brassiness for me. I have really stubborn hair. It tends to turn red a lot. Hopefully you don't have that problem. And then I kind of take a look at it from there and see if I need to go with a toner. So some people go ahead and they wait till after they highlight their hair and then go into Sally's and kind of ask from there, you know, what they think, what they recommend, what kind of toner to use. I go ahead, and this is the one that I tried last time, the CT14 Champagne. It's called Color Tango. See? Take a look. And I went ahead and got this developer along with it. So, and this one has a different ratio. It is a 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, so you go ahead, and this is a 1-to-1 ratio. So for 1 ounce, you're gonna put 1 ounce of developer. And make sure to get the proper developer. This is a 20, and it coordinates with this one, the Color Tango, okay? And you mix them up very well. And you go ahead and apply it as quickly as you can, because you don't want it to get too dark. So anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes, maybe a little bit more if needed. You know, make sure you'll be able to tell the difference if some of that brassiness is coming out. And then rinse it right away, put a deep conditioner. They sell the packages for like $2, a deep conditioner at the front at Sally's counter. And then rinse it off with cool water and shampoo it and style it as usual. So I hope this helps, and subscribe and put any comments or questions that you have. Thanks, guys.